Hey guys, introducing Yintion J. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm great. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
been
Yintion,
well.
and I'm just a concept artist and illustrator, and I'm based in China. So
All right.
yeah, it's so great to have the opportunity to talk something uh, with Mike. Yeah,
Yeah,
so great.
it's
Yeah.
it's. I remember seeing there was one image. If you're able to share your screen, there's
I'll share my screen.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I can.
Let me
I
see.
can go unless you share your screen. Go through your art station. There was one. If you go on your art station, I remember seeing one image of yours that was like a hallway scene. I really liked it. It's like what is it? I can't remember the name of it, but if you show me, I'll remember it. I think that's the one. No, it's not that one. You're on someone else's thing at the moment. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I
So
think if
we
you go
go down,
down. So
still lower.
yeah.
It's kind of old work. Is this one?
Lower. Oh, it's just lagging. It's just weird because
Oh,
I think the video lag is off sync with the voice. So I think if you
uh,
go, if I say if you go lower, I think
uh,
you end up missing it because
yeah. Yeah.
just go through it. This is awkward.
Yeah,
Uh,
in my side is already in the bottom.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because if I share my screen with you, it will bugger up too. All right, okay. We'll have to just go through. Go. I don't know. I can't explain it. It was like a hallway scene. It has like a drone in it with that one there. There you go. Like the drone and then
Sure.
going through the
Right.
door. Yeah,
Sure.
that one. I remember seeing that one posted, and I found it. I think it was on, just one of those random image websites. I thought it was really
Mhm,
cool, just how you you brought it all together. That was really cool to
mhm,
see how you brought it together and things like that.
mhm.
What's kind of like? How did you get your start doing all these types of things? Because you got some pretty fresh ideas. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not like you're I know you're using photo manipulation, but you're doing a really good job of it. I
Mhm.
really like how you're doing it
Mhm.
because it's like a really fresh take on it, and there's a lot of it kind of feels like that Ghost in the Shell
Yeah.
mixture of art. I'm not sure if you've been influenced by that before,
Mhm.
or you were influenced by that. I think everyone was.
Mhm.
Were you
Uh,
influenced by that?
yeah. Influenced by what? Ghost in the
Ghost
Shell?
Ghost
Yeah,
in the Shell.
yeah. Ghost
Yeah,
in the Shell have influenced me a lot. I think when I was
yeah,
first time when I was watching that animation is around just around 7 years old.
yeah,
And yeah, and that is so, and actually my family is my parents have bought a Japanese version of that, so I don't understand anything they're talked in that animation.
yeah.
There is no subtitles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm kind of just a kid, so I don't understand even have subtitles. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, I'm just watching all the pictures in that animation, and it just feels that it's so great.
Mm.
And yeah, but after a while, I'm just not really um, considering myself of I will being a concept artist in the future when I was younger.
Oh,
And yeah, and I
okay. Yeah.
kind of forgot that kind of things. And but when I was starting to get into this field, I think that is the thing that I love the most. I just love
Mm.
the how human body combined with the machines, and that they
Mm.
just augmented the human being, and that they kind of mix it together. That is,
Yeah.
yeah, and I love so many guns, and so yeah, I have played a lot, uh, just Counter Strike, so I'm just
Mm.
really love guns. So so when I was doing this, I'm just thinking about to do something that just have a that kind of feeling of a bunch of special force, and they were doing some missions, and they were using some high technology to get through a door, and they trying to the bust the criminals inside that door. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that. Just
No.
Yeah, I'm
That's
usually
pretty
will
cool.
draw a sketch first. Yeah,
Yeah.
most of my stuff is just have a sketch first.
So that's really cool how you do that. It's like you're really developing that pre sketch before you're even committing
Yeah,
to
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So I really like that. How long do you spend on, say, an image like that?
I mean, this one maybe a few days, I think. Kind of
Mm,
forgot this. It's 2 years ago already. Gosh,
yeah,
and I think maybe around 4 days, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But to be honest, for a kind of work like this, yeah, maybe I can do this faster because
mm,
I would do this kind of things a lot of times. But
yeah,
yeah, when I was doing this, I'm still trying to figure out some techniques that I haven't used before. So
yeah.
I spend a little bit more than nowadays. So yeah,
Look, I don't think people should be guilty for taking a bit longer with work, especially if it's going to last a bit longer. I think when
yeah,
um people all, I think everyone feels like we're in a such a like you got to do this in a day or two. Like you really got to nail down this
yeah,
speed of work. I think,
yeah,
look, unless you've got a deadline and someone's like got a gun to the back of your head and you need to finish something, I think your
yeah,
personal work, you really need to just, you can pace yourself. Otherwise you're going to be like this kind of,
yeah.
you're so,
That's
you know,
true.
you
That's
can,
yeah.
yeah.
But I'm sometimes just I don't know. Just when I was doing work, I'm just always wanted to finish that as fast as possible. I don't know.
Mm.
This is I'm always just I want to finish this faster
You
as
want to
I
move
can.
on.
Yeah, move on to to next one,
Yeah.
or I can do some more practice and stuff like that, so I can just yeah just
I think,
uh,
do you have like a long, you probably have a short attention span for maybe one piece of work, perhaps? Is that something you think like your attention span is like a lot lower for doing, you know, like you got to kind of like pump them out because you just can't focus on the one thing for too long?
um you mean spend a few weeks
Like,
to work on to work on a piece of stuff?
yeah, like you can't focus for too long on one thing. Like you're,
I think I can, but I'm just when I was back in the school, just they were I don't know they were doing that at Australia or not, but in China this the art education system is like they will give you 2 weeks to draw
okay.
something to draw sketch a black and
Mm,
white sketch for 2 weeks and then just stand
yeah.
sitting out there and then draw that picture. Yeah, maybe it's a model, maybe it's a sculpture, and you're gonna to draw that for 2 weeks and then you're just looking at that every day and it's just a
Yeah.
simple model that there and then you're gonna draw that
Yeah.
for 2 weeks. Yeah, but I think that nowadays I'm just prefer to finish that fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not because I can't focusing at a single piece for a very long time. It's just because I want to I want to move on. I want to uh,
Mm,
kind of able to do more.
yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Yeah. I get you.
yeah, just
You wanted
yeah,
to, you wanted to get more content out there. Yeah.
yeah,
If
just
you can show
want
me,
to.
do you have any like Photoshop breakdowns for anything, or like layers, or just to see, you know, just some of your like, you know,
Ha, you want that kind of
how,
stuff? Yeah, okay, but
what's,
yeah,
just the behind. Look, it's cool to see behind the scenes. I don't know if it's not if it's messy, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter, right? It's the end piece that's it's how you
um,
got there into the end.
yeah, okay. Okay, let me see if I have some picture that I can show you. Um, let me see
Or
which
if you're
one.
working on anything currently or anything that's kind of like you
Yeah,
got
but
a
yeah,
bunch of
I haven't
sketches.
shown anyone about this before, man. And
All right. Hey,
yeah,
well,
I think I have some I have some kind of special technique for sure. Just
oh
because
yeah, yeah.
yeah, just my process is like just photo batching first, and all that stuff kind of looks flat, you know.
When you photo bash, yeah,
Yeah, and then I will draw a shading on top of all that stuff.
yeah, to bring it all together. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, just it's not just if I don't do that, it's kind of like just you can't really figure out the shape and
mm.
so yeah, let me show you this one.
Well, that's why I thought you had a really cool style, because I think a lot of people actually don't, when they photo bash things, they kind of like, they don't bring things together in
Yeah,
that
but
way
I
where
think
they,
some artists they just use some picture that already exists and they just throw some other photos into that picture and they draw on top of that, and so
yeah.
all the
See
lighting
this,
is already there.
yeah.
But
See, this looks nicely blended and everything, even if the photo source is there, but it's still,
yeah,
it's very much incorporated. You're blending it more seamlessly, which is what I really thought was really cool about your work. So
yeah, sure.
it's like the mixture of painterly and
if
all
but
that.
actually yeah, let me see if I can I'm kind of forgot what is the
Yeah, I know.
layers in this
I
one.
know what it's like. It
Yeah,
takes you a little bit
yeah,
to get to it.
It's a bit of longer. Just so that I'm kind of already forgot the layer that actually is every single picture is different, but yeah.
Do you iterate a lot, like in that
What?
way of do you iterate? Do you change it and keep changing it like until you've got it to a finish where you know how you so the technique you're using is that like you're using a bit of like clone stamp with a color picker and brush and using some shading passes and things like that.
I'm not sure I fully understand what you said.
So when you do your passes, are you doing a like a certain specific pass, like a highlight pass and then shadow pass, and or are you just building up all these different passes on top as you kind of build up the image? It's like a just a more of an organic like thing, or you still don't know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a bit of confused, but
Well, you tell me exactly like what you
yeah,
explain this then to me.
yeah,
See if
okay,
we can
okay,
we'll make sense of that.
yeah, sure, yeah,
I know the
okay,
language barrier sucks, but
yeah, yeah, sure. Just for me, it's just like there is a folder, and here
yeah.
is a shading, and this one is I've put a light on top. Let me see
Can you zoom in a little bit?
here.
Just
How do you zoom in?
press, just zoom, like use the zoom, like magnify. You know the magnifier? Or is it,
You mean the Zoom software?
no. In Photoshop, make it larger.
Sure. I
Yeah.
got you. Sorry. Yeah. I got you.
So good.
Sure.
Hey, I'm here to teach you English also. Then.
Yeah. No, I just I don't know what you mean about the zoom in.
Oh, it's fine.
I thought it's the software that we use to have.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. It must be confusing anyway. I can't imagine.
Sure.
You speak actually pretty good English though. So like me talking to you, I actually don't think you don't understand me. So like,
Yeah, I understand the word, but I understand what you mean. So okay.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
context of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just okay. So just yeah, this is a folder, and then there's a few different layers, and then there's basically
Right.
it's a lighting on top, because the
Yep.
lighting is comes from the top, and this kind of lighting, I don't really know the proper name of that, but if you put the camera forward, the light is a light your home or the sun will have a light like this. So I put a light at here, so that kind of help a lot to make this more realistic. And a layer that is a curved layer, so I can adjust the overall value of the entire picture, because this is created here is a layer and a new adjustment layer and the curves. So oh, sorry, what is this? Okay, so you will have a layer that adjusting the entire picture at once. It's not like you need to you need to fix all the gears and yeah one by one. You don't need to do that. So I fix all of that at once. And here is a dust in the air. Is a two layers, and then they have some dust in the air. And I made this brush by myself. I just I got some sand from the outside and put that in the bag, in the plastic bag, a plastic bag, and that is transparent. And then so I put that into my scanner, and then just scan it on my computer, and then just edit it a little bit, and then to build this brush by myself.
Yeah.
And there is some smoke or frog right there.
Yeah.
And actually, I think if we put all of this stuff at here, you will not realize there's some smoke out there. Usually, you will not realize that it's at there, but it's actually kind of help a lot to make this picture more realistic.
Yeah.
So this is the first folder, but sometimes this changes a little bit. But for this one is 2 folders, and this is the lighting of that small light inside his body, and here, and this is this folder is just shading. So if without this one is kind of flat. Yeah. So I can, I know some artists that they tended to draw all the shading when they are doing the photo bashing, but I think that sometimes will destroy all the details in that photo. So I'm just prefer to just build all that stuff at once, and then just draw another shading.
So the shading's separate in a separate layer, like a multiplier.
Another layer. And just help draw some lighting on top of the body. Basically like this, and this is a stroke. Actually, we can do this.
Okay.
Like this, and then it's shading.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of very simple. It's very simple stuff. But actually, I think the reason for me to able to cooperate all that stuff together is because I'm kind of have some illustration background. If you go through my work to the bottom, and there's so many illustrations there. And then when I was drawing all the picture before this one, before the number 2, and all this picture is drawn from memory. I don't take any reference when I was rendering the lights on all the stuff. So I'm kind of able to just and then when I was using the photo bashing, so I can just make that more realistic. It's just because my illustrator background. So all this stuff is the lighting is from my memory. So it's kind of bloody, this one and this one.
You've got a pretty good idea of your anatomy and stuff like that. So you've because some of your illustrations, like the one with the dragon there, that dragon, what is that? The dragon with the woman a lot to your right,
touching the head.
Click that one. If you click,
is that here?
The one with the dragon.
Riding a dragon or touching the head of
touching the head of the dragon.
Oh, I'm already open the picture at my side.
All right. Just it's still loading. It's weird because it's like you're explaining stuff in Photoshop, and then now you're moving the mouse, and you're like, I can see you move the mouse. I think it's about 20-second delay.
Oh, really?
Jesus, 20, 30. It could be or even 30 seconds. You've clicked it, right?
Oh, gosh.
This has got to be 30 seconds now.
Gosh.
40, You've clicked it. All right, now it's open.
Gosh.
Wow, that's super delayed.
I think you need to edit the audio and the video again.
I think we'll just. I don't know if we can. Even, I'm not sure if we can do it because everything's out of sync anyway. So So you've been explaining stuff in Photoshop, and I've been trying to like reply to it. It's like I think you probably speak better English than you think as well, because I'm probably telling you to state things, and then you're like, I've already done it. So it's like it's probably super confusing. All right. So with this image, that's totally different to your other stuff. It's all hand painted, right? The dragon and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool, man. Because you got really two developed skills that are really well developed. Because they're they're kind of polar opposites, aren't they? In a way, where you're doing illustrations, and then you're doing like concepts.
Mm-hmm. What you mean?
So like you're able to do illustrations and concept art like in that way, which is how long have you been doing illustrations for?
Couple of years, I think, maybe 1 or 2 years, I think, before I become more into hard surface stuff.
Yeah.
And I was working for Bethesda. It actually Volta, and our clients is Bethesda, and we are doing the Elder Scroll Legends, I think it's called. It's a card game.
Yeah.
Doing that kind of stuff, and also so many other card games, just doing some illustration for them. And I think some other is some called Odyssey stuff. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind
so
of all
you're
these
getting
around 6 years ago.
Yeah. You're doing a lot of work outside of China?
Yeah, but it's just through internet. I will not. I haven't just moved myself to other country, just through internet.
Oh, you have moved yourself to another country?
Yeah. I'm just just leaving.
So where are you living now?
In Chengdu, in China.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Do you plan on making like an IP or anything like that?
I think that is a bit too big for me. Just
too big.
I just make an IP and draw a lot of stuff. I think that is and that usually have some story behind that. I think that is a kind of big project. And
but you just develop it with your concepts that you do every day and just make a story around it. You could totally do that.
Yeah, but if I do that, I can't jumping around different style anymore. So it's kind of just always doing that kind of things. Just it's always the same road, same universe.
You'd be surprised with if you can do some really good concept work. You can be surprised. Sometimes people actually pay. Like you can actually just put like something on Kickstarter with a bunch of images and say we're going to develop this. Be surprised what people will jump into, and you're just like, all right. And then you make your game. But I think it's one of those things where if you got a lot of cool art, you could probably make a game out of it. It's like most ideas. If it looks cool, and then you just try and make a story around it, and then you make it like somewhat addictive and things like that. But it is a big job to make a game that's massive.
Yeah.
That's,
Maybe.
Do you have any other Photoshop breakdowns? It'd be cool to see whatever else you've got.
Man, it's just kind of the same as this one.
But it's always interesting. It's like
but I don't really want to expose more.
It's because you got trade secrets.
A little bit.
Yeah. Or just
maybe
just show some.
To find another one.
All right. You don't have to show any just like secret layers or whatever. But if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay, let me see. What is this? I sometimes don't even remember. Just mine is just like this. Just all the stuff is a number. All the files is number. I don't even know what is inside. So.
All right.
Yeah, let me see what is this one. Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever tried using any like Zbrush or 3D software?
I'm planning to do that, but I'm not sure. I'm I don't know how to cooperate that with my photo bashing stuff. So I haven't really used a lot that kind of things yet. But I mean, we'll just use some of the 3D software in the future. I think Zbrush maybe is a kind of helpful tool for me to the big ship. So I can render that sculpting and then just do some photo bashing on top of that. Yeah. But sometimes maybe the problem is if I output that modeling, and then photo batching on top of that. Sometimes the photo will cover the modeling, so it's kind of just I need to do that twice. Just I need to modify all the photos to fit with the original modeling. So it's a bit of just doing that twice. So yeah, just I will separate different gears into different layers, and it just help myself to modify the different parts.
Yeah. Do you have any particular like photo sourcing, like images and stuff that you use? Like, are you able to show any like photo sourcing images?
No problem.
It's always interesting to see
what
type of images people use.
I'm always using that folder. So let me see where
I'm sure. I'm just planning on the delay was about 40 seconds. So even if I've said it completely,
this is just the folder that I'm usually
using. Now I see it. Yeah.
Have you seen the folder yet?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Okay. And actually, this is the some of the stuff I downloaded from the internet, and I can learn from other artists. I downloaded so many stuff from the internet, and so I can just previously see what other artists are doing, and the lower part is just some different stuff from the internet. An antenna is out here, and the artillery system, and sometimes have sometimes we'll name the folder with the name as that stuff. Like this one is the name of that vehicle. So I can if I find this some particular picture in this folder is useful, but I prefer another perspective, so I can search that name at the internet again, so I can find more. Sometimes I just forgot the name of that object. Yeah, but sometimes doing this is got this stuff more complicated, and sometimes it's a bit of hard to find what I want. So maybe I need to arrange that again in the future.
Do you ever have any like issue using certain images? Do you have to find particular images that you can do that kind of really work for your needs, or like do you just use any image that will, and you can kind of like put it into your concept?
You mean I can't work with?
Yeah, like some images just won't work for you. Do you have a particular image like styling guide where you kind of like have an understanding that maybe all these images are in kind of similar styles, or do you just mix it all up? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think I think it really depends on my sketch. I think when I was doing that sketch, the most of the stuff is already done. And then actually I think so actually I'm planning to do some other personal stuff in the future that maybe is more similar with Hello, or just have some armor and to design the armor. And I think but for actually I've used a lot. For the work of nowadays, I have used a lot of this, just Boston Dynamic, their robots, and I would name this as Boston Dynamic, but some of the other robots comes from other company, but it's kind of cool. And
I just make note that it's not on the screen yet. Now it is.
Okay. But
I just have to, because other people will be watching it, and you're talking about Boston Dynamics, so I'm just trying to get people to catch up. So now we see it. Okay, we see it on the screen now.
Okay.
So, well, there there was one with a black doll. I'd never seen that one before.
Oh, this
It's
one
currently on the
is the
screen.
Portman Man, I think. Yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah,
is that? That's so weird.
yeah. I just found this Google, I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
got all these weird holes and
I don't really know what is that is
yeah.
for too, but it looks pretty cool. And I
Yeah.
think what I'm wanted to say is if I'm use this stuff to do the photo batching for Hello, it doesn't work. It's just kind of like a waste of time because all the stuff in Hello, maybe this leg part will be useful.
Mm.
That kind of
Mm.
help me to do the texture
Yeah.
of the work, but that will not help me to do. But this upper part is actually when they were finished, finish these robots, they will put some
Mm.
cover on top of
Mm.
this. So all
Yeah.
this exposed part of the wires and the stuff is actually the interior of the robot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I'm going to use this stuff to do the work for Hello, that kind of just really doesn't blend into that world because
Yeah.
they don't use it kind of thing. So it's really depend on the when I was drawing that sketch is the essential part of the design,
Mm.
and the photo batching is just help me to render that.
Yeah.
It help me with lighting, with the texture. So if you ask me, is there any kind of picture I don't use? I think it's really depend on the uh, what design I'm doing. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I will choose um, the photos that really fit into my design to do the work.
Mm.
Yeah, actually, that kind of things is just help me with the detail and the texture. I think texture is kind of very important when you're doing the design. Is especially
Yeah.
do the photo bashing with that because if you want to draw that with hand, it's kind of impossible. So yeah,
Yeah. 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 This it's I guess it's to do. I mean, you'll be photo sampling textures. You might as well. Everyone else does it. I mean, they do it for everything. They've been doing it since almost day one with games and things like that. So it's yeah, it's silly not to do it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, you do a really good job at it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really well done. I can't imagine what you'd do if you had say if you did an illustration. Have you done any kind of illustration sci-fi stuff where it's super refined like like
No. You mean just they will give me some design and I'm gonna illustrate that?
yeah like
No, I haven't ever done that.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that'd
yeah,
be interesting to see from you because
yeah.
you've got a really good illustration hand, so it would be interesting to see that combination of the two.
Yeah, but I haven't ever received a job that is to just illustrate some already existed design. Just I've never done that for science fiction, and but I haven't did
Yeah,
that for fantasy stuff. Just sometimes I need to design that by myself. But when I was working for the Elder Scrolls, so when I was doing that, almost all the design is already out there. Sometimes
yeah,
I need to do some refinement of the design, but it's kind of update on the
yeah,
design that already exists.
yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I have
So,
never.
so what?
Yeah.
So what else have you worked on recently?
Oh, recently,
Yeah.
recently, recent couple of months is for a Korean company, and they were doing some something classified. So
Okay. That's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, but it's kind of pretty interesting. And the founder, the founder of the company is also a concept artist actually, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, he's kind of I'm not sure about but just that guy is kind of celebrity at Asian, but
All right.
around Asian, yeah, but I'm not sure he's I'm not sure everybody know him or not at Western country, and he have a design a game called Blade Soul.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you guys have heard about that or not. But
Blade Soul.
yeah, Blade Soul is kind of just an old game from
No, I haven't heard of Blade Soul before.
yeah, kind of old game, but that is pretty popular at in China and Korean.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So are you getting a lot of kind of local work or?
Yeah, also local work. Yeah, and it's like Tencent and the 90s, something like that.
Oh, okay. So it's that it's kind of that thing where, because there's a big local Chinese. Is there a massive local Chinese market for games? I guess it's totally different, because I mean, you know, there'll be games that I haven't heard of, but they're probably massive over there in China, right?
Yeah. And just like Tencent and previously, actually, I don't do a lot for local companies. I will do some illustrations for them, but design is not a lot. But I think is since few years ago, because before previously, it's like they were more interested in some traditional Chinese culture games, and it is more about martial art stuff, or some or some that is called xianxia, I think, and this a bunch of people, they practice in a certain way, and then they becomes god.
Okay, god, like superstar.
Not superstar. Just have some superpower and.
You mean fictionally, like?
Yeah. I mean the story of about the game, and and I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't really draw a lot of Chinese tradition costume. So I previously just don't have a lot local client, but I think it's since a few years ago that so many local company are also doing the science fiction stuff. So doing more work for them. Yeah.
So, like, how I'm a little bit off topic, but how is it over there at the moment with everything going on? Is it because I guess you've been on lockdown, right? At the moment.
You mean the coronavirus?
Yeah.
I think everything is getting better. Previously, maybe a few months ago, is kind of terrible, and just everybody is scared, and have to be locked down at our home. It's not really locked down; they don't suggest you to go to outside, and everybody is scared. And then everybody is scared, and because at that period of time, everybody doesn't really know the effect of that disease. So just that make everybody even more scared, more terrified about that virus.
Well, we hear, like in the Western world, we hear a lot of things like people get welded into their house and things like that.
Welded
units.
Welded? I don't know.
I mean, like we see it. Like I saw it on like Twitter, where in China somewhere, and they're like welding everyone in.
You mean welding? You mean with iron?
With where?
Welding.
Like welding the door shut so they couldn't get out.
No.
Like
I haven't.
What is this stuff? Like,
I haven't seen that actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I have seen some old women. They really don't want to be locked down, and they use some knife to fight with the police. And
right,
and they just go crazy. The women is yelling, "Oh, I don't want to be locked down." And I don't want to wear a mask and stuff like that. It just
well, it could be one of those things where, like, because I think the Western world is like, and China are like against each other almost in weird ways, aren't they? Do you feel that?
It's very political, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so I think the stuff that we get here, it could be bullshit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
could be,
it's true. And then what we get is kind of bullshit about Western world.
Like, so we're both feeding, like, I mentioned something to you, you're like, what the fuck, right? And it's like,
but
but yes,
for me, I'm just bilingual. So I'm kind of watching the news from the both sides. So I'm just know that it's just the things of a small group of people. So is not the normal people don't give a fuck about that, but the small group of people on top, they are really just is their thing actually. So and I think just in China, just I think before the trade war between US and China, that most of the people are more friendly towards foreigners, and it's almost like xenophobia.
Phobia.
Xenophobia is another word. Is that they love foreigners too much, and they love foreigners more than what they are, but after the trade war, it's kind of like the things kind of changed a little bit, or just is not really the people's mindset have been changed, but another group of people starting to make sound. Previously, it's more like it's more foreign country friendly, but afterwards it's another group of people starting to make their sound. So I have some foreigner friend in here, and so many so many bullshit things actually. I've experienced some pretty violent things that are related with foreigners here, but most of the time, 90% of the time is still kind of friendly, and but most of that is still okay.
Is the pay good for like artwork and things like that, the game industry for you over there, or do the American jobs pay a lot better?
Kind of similar, I think.
Oh, really? They pay similar?
Yeah, kind of similar.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's like previously I'm working for Bungie and Call of Duty. It's kind of similar. It's kind of similar. Depends. It depends. If it's a small company and they really want you to do some work, they will, and you don't consider that is a good part of your career, maybe even they will pay you more. And if you want to do some big project, and because of the name of that project is famous, so maybe sometimes they doesn't really pay a lot.
Yeah, they think sometimes you can probably like use it.
Yeah, it's an important part of your career. So it's kind of same thing.
Yeah. Well, have you there's a movie called Warriors of the Future. I'm not sure if you heard about it. If it was a big movie over in China. There was like I think there's like a lead actor he's in all these movies in China. I'm not sure if you know. If I could find the name. Let me see if I can find a name.
You mean a movie you have working on?
I worked on it ages ago. I'm just wondering if you've.
Yeah, I know that movie. I know that movie.
Yeah.
And you have did a suit for that project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
they
that.
Have what, Louis Koo? Have you heard of him before? Louis Koo.
I know the Chinese name only.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But they I think they had a really big, massive production over in China, because I know the film industry is pretty big there, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in the recent years. Previously in Chinese market, they don't do any science fiction movies, and but I think in recent years, since a project called Wandering Earth come out, and that movie got a box office, got the second biggest big office in Chinese history. So I think is since that movie come out, and more people are interested at doing science fiction stuff. Yeah, but previously it's just some more like comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's stuff that I've never. I don't think I've ever watched any Chinese comedy except maybe Kung Fu Hustle. I'm not sure if you have you heard of Kung Fu Hustle? Is that
no what?
maybe Kung Fu Hustle? It's all going to be different if I mention it because I'm mentioning the English names
name,
to you. So
and I'm always watch the Mandarin name.
Yeah. What would I guess even if I ask you for a movie, what would you suggest? If there's because I know but you can only mention the Chinese name, wouldn't you? Yeah. I'd probably find them anyway. Still,
a movie about comedy. I don't.
No, like any sci-fi movies or anything like that.
Sci-fi movie, just Wandering Earth. I think is probably worth to watch. Anything before that, I don't want to say
they're pretty bad.
Yeah, this looks like, gosh, yeah,
not that good.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I guess it's like the thing is like they've taken a while to catch up with that market and all that thing. They've taken a while with all that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and actually animation also becomes very popular, and actually the budget for the animation is much smaller than science fiction stuff, and I think is because the Chinese young generation. I think it's because the story of the animation really fit into the mindset of young generation. So it is kind of like this. They really love it, and the people who is working at the movie industry is much older. Yeah, and the mindset between the old generation and young generation in China is pretty drastic. Just so they sometimes don't understand each other.
Yeah, it's a big sounds like a big age gap there between the two. Yeah. Do you want to show us? I'm not sure how long we've been going for. I think because I accidentally messed up the screen recording, but I'm still recording. There's a hotkey linked to OBS, and I accidentally pressed it, and it paused it. But the thing is, I've recorded the start of this conversation on OBS, and then I've got the rest of it recording, so I have to like chop it together now. But it's all right. It should. I'm pretty sure it's recording. It doesn't tell me how long it's recording. Do you want to show us, the hallway scene, that one I was talking about before, a breakdown of that one? The PSD. If you can find it.
The hallway one.
The hallway. The one with the door.
Yeah. I think, but that is a very old work. Let me see.
Let's see if you can find it or not.
Yeah.
If you got any client work, you can that's been released. That's if you can show, it'll be interesting. Any work that you haven't.
I'm not sure. Online. Just even the very very old work that I did for Basic Star is I'm still not sure that is okay to publish that or not, because I haven't asked my clients.
Okay.
Because the work becomes old.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really worth to post that anymore. Let me see. Where is it?
Even if you've got anything else that you haven't put on ArtStation, it'd be cool to see it.
Okay, just out of here. Let me see.
This screen lag is crazy.
Yeah.
I think you're just starting to do a thing. There we go. It seems like these two characters would make a pretty cool story.
You mean there's two characters? There's actually another one.
Yeah, you could just that's how things get made. Like you just pick two looking cool characters and build a story around it, and just I don't know. It's when you overthink a NIP, it's when you exactly do that you overthink it. It's like some of the best things are just made up, and then stories evolve around it. It's kind of like Rick and Morty, if you think about it, right? How Rick and Morty was made. It's all about just writing the story hierarchy and things like that to develop a story. You know, you can almost make anything good as long as you've got a good story behind it. And it's just like if you got a cool design, you can probably make a cool story behind it. You just got to know how to write a story. There's a certain architecture type to do it, but yeah. All right, show us the layers for this. It's,
okay, sure. Actually, I don't even remember what is the layer already.
Yeah.
So I think the layer is probably different than what I'm using at nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think at this period of time, I'm still drawing in that photo batching layer. And let me see. I need to check this myself. This I don't even remember anymore.
That's all right.
What is that?
As soon as you look up old files, they come back to you. Like it's stored in your memory somewhere deep down.
I used a lot. I don't even understand that anymore. Just I think this one is the
I'm just I'm seeing you do stuff, but it's probably lagging. So
yeah, okay.
I'm just getting ready. Yeah, you probably have to like stop for maybe 10 seconds for it to catch up.
Okay. Okay.
I'm seeing what you're doing. You're going down on the list now. still doing nothing. All right. Okay, now we're seeing something. All right. So you took like a certain layer pass
special
off.
effect.
Yeah, it
It's
came
a
off.
folder called special effect, and in that folder is basically a filter.
Is it like a filter like in one like a plugin or
just when you are just or posting a picture at the internet, usually sometimes some software have a filter just same like that. Yeah.
There's a pretty good application called Magic Bullet. You might find it useful to add certain filters in Photoshop. It's really handy actually. You might like it. Yeah, called Magic Bullet. So
sure, I will try to see what is that. And there is just a folder and have so many different layers in it, and I don't even remember what is the point of that anymore. But I will just finish when I was finished photo batching stuff. I will usually create some layers on top of that and to just try to find what I want and just keep trying with that. And if I need some another layer, I will just create another one. And I think nowadays that the previous PSD file is more clean is because I have used that a lot of times, so it becomes more just I know how to do this with one layer. So it's not like at this time I'm still need to use a lot of stuff to make it the same thing. Yeah. So for this one is some color. This one is just a color, and then this one is what is that? Light and value. I think. All right. What is the English name? Let me see. A brightness and a contrast.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This one is a brightness contrast, and this one is also a color. And here, and this is the curves. Yeah. At this period of time, I'm still using Chinese version of Photoshop. So all the layer is Chinese name.
Okay, yeah.
And a few lightings, same as the previous picture.
I'm trying to match up what you're doing. It's almost impossible because it's like lagging so bad.
Okay, sure. And also a dust layer and a few different light layers. Yeah, and actually the what is the name of it? It's just how that layer is mixed with the lower layer is always changed. It really depends on the situation.
Yeah. Can I ask how you you know, the shield on the gun, like it's like a purple effect. If you zoom in on that, how'd you
Okay.
do that? The shield effect.
Yeah, that is a very interesting question. Yeah,
Okay.
because I haven't drawn this by hand, and this stuff looks very realistic, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, let me show you what is that. It is.
I guess is
Very...
that kind of like your illustration kind of skill coming into
No,
practice?
no, it's not.
Okay.
This one right here, right? And actually, it's
Yeah.
this. You need to wait the
Let's see what
lagging.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for the lagging. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I see it. But yeah, I thought that it looks really cool. I'm just I guess I'm guessing before I see it, it's like the honeycomb effect,
Yeah.
inverted. Is it? Am I right? Or and then it's kind of like colored, and then some different strokes just to change to kind of give it a holographic effect. Or it's actually from a picture, right?
Yeah. Oh, is what?
It's it's kind of like photo sourced from a car.
Yeah. No, it's what is the name of that? Just the home
honeycomb.
Yeah, honeycomb.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And then okay,
actually,
that's cool.
Actually turned that picture here.
All right, it's really cool, and it's just like with a soft light, a color dodge on it.
Yeah.
It works really good.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I like that effect.
Yeah,
did a good job.
Change the value a little bit, and try to put that.
Yeah. That's cool. That little that drone, you know, the little kind of weld effect. How'd you do that one there?
Huh?
In the welding for the drone. Well, the cutting effect.
Yeah, this is
through the door.
Kind of, yeah, I think it's just screen and a lower layer is normal. Yeah, I think it's not because I'm able to do this. Is not because the layers is because the understanding about light and how many just the color sketches I have practiced, and so I can just have an understanding about the lightings. So I'm able to do this with a few layers. It's really not. It's not the layer and the effects that I'm using. Yeah.
So how'd you do the effect for the drone cutting the door? What was that? I'm not sure if you've shown it just then, but
yeah, I'm showing that about it just lagging.
Yeah, it was just I really think English is a lot better than what's being portrayed today because it's lagging so much. So, I'm just waiting for it to do something on the screen here. It's gonna do it. I know it. All right. You did click on the drone. Well, you zoomed in on the drone, I assume.
I have clicked on disappeared the light of that.
Okay, yeah. Now we see it. Yeah. So what was that effect? Like how did you paint? You painted that in with the brush stroke, and then
just brush stroke.
Did you do like a glow filter on after that, or to do the glowing, emitting the fire effect? What was that?
Yeah, I will just draw the this layer. I will let me see. I will draw the orange color first, and then draw the yellow.
Yeah,
that is purely drawn by hand.
Okay, yeah, it works really
good.
Yeah,
you not use the brush effect. Just drawn by hand because I have learned some of this stuff from reference, and then draw this sparkle.
And, the little
little sparkles, and then just give it another lighting layer on top of that.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of very simple process to do this.
Yeah,
and then some of my illustration stuff. This stuff like this is just almost 2 layers to finish that. I'm just draw all of that at 1 layer, and then just just drawn by hand. It's actually not a lot.
No.
Yeah.
The way you're working is you just kind of like keep adding layers until one spot is kind of like finished, right? Or do you kind of like attack the whole? Are you constantly attacking the whole image and reiterating on that? So are you essentially, are you working on? Are you building up the whole image as one pass, or are you kind of like
I see.
get stuck in details?
And, I think I'm usually starting from the background.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because the background kind of helped me to nail down the entire lighting of that scene. So after that, I will throw the character into that environment. Yeah, and the background is because my stuff is focusing on that characters, so the background is kind of simple. Most of the time, it's pretty simple. So I'm just just a few stuff combined together. And then for this one, let's check the background is here. And I kind of forgot this comes from one single picture or not, but the original is just like this. And I will just modify some of that and put some garbage can and a window out there.
You just have to wait for it to catch up. It's just doing.
Sure.
All right. There we go. Yep. Now we see it. Okay. Yeah. You just try and match the composition of what you want as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just constantly tweaking it and just seeing what you're doing now.
I remember this window is from another picture.
Okay.
But I made a mistake, or just my computer is not working properly when I was doing this work, and so all the layers have merged together when I was doing this. So actually all the background is merged. So
okay,
I need to just working on a GPS file. So yes, because it's all merged. Yeah.
What would you recommend for things like new artists to start doing work like yours? What would you recommend them to kind of do?
I think the most important thing is fundamental stuff. And I think my background is just because my background is oil painting. So and I'm even believe all the design comes from just fine art actually. And the people who inspire me the most is some modern sculptors.
Yeah,
like I'm always using him as an example, but I'm watch a lot other artists, and his name is Henry Moore, and he's doing that semi-abstract stuff, and there's some very very abstract sculpting, and I think that is the stuff which inspired me the most. And and in terms of design, I think that have really inspired me a lot. And when I was doing and for a young artist, I think for me, I'm just like to do some very fundamental stuff and to draw anatomy and learn lighting, to draw some color sketch, stuff like that. And in terms of design, it's just learn some machine, how they work, how it's worked, and basically like that.
Yeah, practice a lot of do you practice a lot of shading and lighting and things like that?
And
Yeah.
I think some artists that they becomes able to do some very beautiful work is not because they have some special way to practice, is because they have done that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
just usually just have some basically just need to practice a lot. I think is the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you find things out by just practicing, and like you get those little happy mistakes with work and those kind of realizations of I could work like this, and it's kind of like that thing. If you don't do it, you don't get to you don't get that exposure of figuring things out for yourself. Like you've figured out a way to do your art, and it's like it's not always replicable. You can't just like teach someone else exactly how you work, because you're you, and like your work's always going to be you, kind of thing. And that's what every artist has.
I think this the random stuff. I think if you want to have the capability to use the random happiness, you need to figure out how to design things by yourself first. And if you don't have that capability, even you made some random happiness thing out there, you will turn that stuff to becomes a bullshit actually.
You
need to have the capability to do the stuff by yourself. And even with photo bashing, if you're not able to just draw some stuff by yourself, even just photo bashing will not save your life. And 3D software will not save your life, because we essentially just output some shapes with the different tools. So essentially is that shape in your brain, in your heart, that is the really essential things of doing the design. And also even the illustration is the most important thing, is that shape and the lightings that all in your heart. But maybe the 3D software will help a lot with rendering. But in terms of design, I think is still imagined by human brain. Is not software able to automatically generate that stuff.
It doesn't. All the tools help, but they're not going to save you at the end of the day. You're thinking and applying yourself will. But I wanted to ask you, we'll show one more image. I know it's really hard to show before we'll go, but do you want to show one of your illustrations just to see how you kind of do things differently with that?
You mean
maybe that
old illustration?
Yeah, like maybe the dragon one.
Let me try.
That would be cool to see.
Yeah, let me try. If I can find an illustration, but all of that stuff is from around 6 years ago. I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
It doesn't mean because it's old it's bad.
I mean, all the stuff is like this. Can you see my another screen?
I can't see the other screen. You'll probably have to drag it across.
Oh, sure. Just
because it only captures one screen.
Yeah, sure. Let me drag that into my another screen, and all the stuff, all the files is just like this. I'm just named all the files with numbers.
Okay.
So
is that how you used to work, or you still work?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah,
do you work like that now?
No, just nowadays I have a folder, and that folder will have a name on it. But the file itself just numbers.
You're like me. You're a little bit unorganized, but organized.
Yeah, but for the commercial work, I'm always have kind of clean folders out there. But for my personal work, previously I'm just naming it as numbers, and just from 1 to 335. So
wow. Yeah, with work, you always got to make sure you put things in the right folder, because there's so many times you can probably delete things or lose things.
And I'm always put the invoice out of the same folder. So.
Yeah,
but I can find it in this way. I can find it. This is very, very, very
Is
extremely
it possible
old
to
stuff.
is it possible to scroll through all those folders that you have, all the PSDs? You could open them up in
Yeah, I have another software that I can browse through the.
yeah. Do you want to do that first, and then we can browse the PSD for some of
No,
them?
I'm doing that, but just lagging.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you did a lot of practice with illustrations, I assume. Just looking through. Yeah.
At the beginning, I think I'm almost want to become an illustrator.
It's why they're so well finished, and yeah, because it's not like it's not like you just dabbled in it. You did a lot of it, so
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah, you've done a lot of it, so they're really cool. I'm surprised you don't post these. You should actually go through them and post them on ArtStation. Some of them you could probably post, and
yeah, but all this stuff is extremely old.
Yeah, there's some that are really cool. You should really post them. Like I'm seeing some of them. You should really post some of them. It's a shame.
Maybe.
I always think it's a shame when artists don't post, much of their work. And like I used to do that, not post everything that I have. I always think it's a shame because you got so many images there. You got like 300 and something.
Yeah, I found the dragon one, and I've already put that into the Photoshop.
So if you can wind all the way back to the very first layer, that would be cool to see.
This picture this one is wrong. This one is just already merged.
Already merged.
Yeah, let me find another one.
How long did it take you to do the dragon?
Oh, I think maybe around 3 days, I think.
Okay, that's pretty good. Full time, just doing it. Do you I assumed you reference a lot for that?
No.
You get a picture of a dragon or no dragon?
No, nothing.
Reference.
No reference at all.
Jesus, you're a machine. That's pretty good. You didn't you didn't reference at all for that one.
Yeah, I don't reference at all.
That's pretty good considering. That's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good because
it's just for me. I'm just considering that as part of the challenge for myself, and I wanted to figure out how good I can be without any reference at all.
It does produce a unique effect when you don't reference things. I do that with my work a lot. I don't actually reference anything because it forces you to work a little bit different, doesn't it? And because when you using a reference can be good, but it can be bad also because we're so easily manipulated. So when we see things, we just copy it, and I think it's a good practice that you do.
Yeah, just yeah, but
what made you think of
that kind of becomes to my habit, and then when I was doing the work for Elder Scrolls at that period of time, I'm also not using reference. So,
yeah, it's probably because that's what they like. It's fantasy, right? And what better your imagination, right? Fantasy.
Yeah, but
so
that is 6 years ago.
I'm just watching you take the layers off now.
Oh, I'm still having some different layers.
So with the scales for the dragon, you just kind of really just go in each. If you zoom in on the scales, you just you went in on each scale and just drew it by hand, right? Just on the scale. You know how you have the scales of the dragon. Because that would take a little bit of time. Like the dragon's armor. The skin of the dragon.
Oh, okay.
So you go in with each one and you just kind of do a pass. You just slowly refine it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that would have probably taken you
a little bit by a little.
That would have taken you the longest of the image to do, wouldn't it? The dragon skin.
Kind of forgot. Maybe I have a copied and passed that to another one. Yeah, but this kind of thing is extremely old, and it's from 6 years ago, And nowadays, I don't even do this anymore.
Have you just kind of like fallen out of love with it, or
What?
have you fallen out of like interest? Like, you know, you don't have much love for it anymore.
What?
Your interest in doing illustrations, you don't really like doing them so much anymore because you've been doing
Yeah,
more
I
concepts.
think yeah, I think nowadays is just more into the design, and
Yeah.
but at this period of time, I'm just watching some illustrator like Jana Schimmer, and just really love how they did all that stuff, and
Yeah.
trying to do that by myself.
Okay. What made you come up with the idea of that lady with her arms cut off? That was an interesting one.
For this one, is actually because I will go through some just at that period of time I have caught some disease, and it's
You
actually
did?
yeah, I did, and that
Oh,
is
okay.
some
Shit.
eye disease, and actually at that period of time I would go to the hospital, and the doctor is kind of saying some very scary things to me, and they said there is no way to really cure that disease.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and just my eye is really hurt every day,
Yeah.
and I can only draw for 20 minutes maybe, and
Yeah.
after that my eyes is just kind of burning, and
Yeah.
I can draw even a little bit anymore.
Oh, wow.
So and yeah, and at that period of time I just really in terrible
Just,
mode, terrible
yeah,
mode. So
depressed.
yeah, and I'm very frustrated because the doctor actually said just I asked him he said the way to cure this disease is don't use your eyes too much, and so
Okay.
yeah, I asked him what I can do. So just can I watch a book? He said you can't watch a book, you can't read a book because they'll use your eye too much. And I said, can I use computer? And he said there's no computer. So can I watch TV? He said you can't watch TV because that will hurt your eyes. And I tell him I'm an artist. I need to draw, and I need to draw. I need to draw with computer.
Yeah.
And that that doctor said, you fucking choose the terrible career. Basically like that. It's just that is you fuck yourself. Basically that's what he said. So
all right.
Yeah,
it's reassuring.
Yeah, maybe just I'm exaggerated a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it felt like that when he told you. It's like
that is what I feel. What he said, just there is no way to really cure that disease. That disease is called dry eye. Is your tears becomes normal, and usually your eye will have some oil in it. Actually, it's not just water, and that oil will prevent that tears from getting into the air too fast. So the problem is I don't generate enough oil anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you wear contacts or something like that, or did you get eye surgery or?
No. Yeah, and I've tried so many different ways to cure that disease, and in some traditional stuff, you eat some herbs and everyday stuff like that. Try a lot of different things, but finally how I cured that problem is just a pair of glasses for myself.
Oh, you got glasses?
Yeah, got a glasses for myself, and then it just becomes cured.
Oh, that's weird. That's
weird. Yeah. It's just because that kind of disease has so many different reasons to cause that problem.
Yeah. And do you squint a lot? Do you like strain your eyes to read things? Because it can be if you're squinting. I used to squint a lot and because I got a one lazy eye, and
Uh-huh.
it's something I've been working on. It's slowly getting better, but
Uh-huh.
it's because I used to squint a lot and used to kind of like squint one
Squint.
eye,
What you mean? What is the meaning of
squint like
squint?
scrunch your eyes up to see things. You know how you like trying to look in a distance and you're kind of like
Uh-huh.
scrunching your eyes up. There's something about when you don't use your eyes correctly, it can actually make your eyes worse, like you're
Yeah,
straining or
yeah, but
you
I
have a
don't
lot
do
of
that.
stress.
I don't do that,
Yeah,
yeah, my version is like actually blurry, but I don't really know that because it's just very slightly blurry. It's just a
yeah.
little
So
bit, and that will cause your, you know, there is some muscle inside your eyes, so that
mm,
that muscle will continuously adjusting that blurry, and that will cause
yeah,
your eye to become very very tired.
yeah,
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 and that is the reason. And at that period of time, I'm almost drawing 12 hours a day, and I'm
yeah.
doing that for so many years, maybe 3 years. And before that, I'm also drawing maybe around 9 hours a day, and I'm doing that
Mm,
maybe around 4 years. So add that together, maybe it's already 7 years that overusing my eyes. So
yeah,
and I'm also have that
yeah,
blurry in my eyes that I don't realize, so that are causing,
yeah.
yeah,
There is such a thing. You can do eye exercises, like you can stretch your eyes, you can look left and right, or you can look in 360. Like if you do that now, you notice if your eyes are tight, it's because you're not using them. Like because you think about it, you're on this computer screen, so you're not like going out and running about. If you're in the wild, you would run about, use your eyes. It's like if you don't use it, you lose it, and it's like the same thing for your eyes.
yeah.
And
But for nowadays, it just, since I have glasses, everything becomes better, and
yeah,
just I don't need to do anything, and then my eyes is automatically becomes better.
good, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the reason is just because I'm just I don't really know my vision is blurry, and
yeah, yeah,
the doctor, because that disease have so many tens of reasons to cause that to happen. So
yeah.
the doctor is kind of hard to figure out which one caused your problem. So
Mm.
yeah, is I need to try a lot of different things to figure out by myself actually.
Yeah. No, it's always painful to have a
Yeah,
problem and you can't
and
solve it.
yeah, and so just
Yeah.
that is the reason behind this piece of work. And
Yeah.
it's just
Just expressing.
yeah, just expressing that kind of just I'm an artist, and I don't have my eye anymore, so it's
Yeah.
just like a soldier, a warrior, and her
Mm.
arm have been cut off. So
Yeah.
yeah, just that
Yeah.
kind of feeling is yeah. I think
It's a really cool idea. It's a really
yeah, I
cool
think
idea.
at that period of time, I'm just love
Well,
to do some stuff like this that are very just make people shocking by my work.
they say hardship produces the best work. If that makes sense. Like
Mhm.
when you're struggling the most, you make your best work. Like
Yeah,
I've
I
done
think
that when I've
yeah, I think
struggled
it's
the most.
mhm.
Yeah. There's something about hardship
Yeah.
where
So what do you have a struggle with?
what do I have a struggle with?
Yeah.
I'll tell you straight up. I struggle with porn addiction. I've been getting over that. So
Porn
um,
addiction.
yeah, porn addiction. It's crazy. Like
Great.
like it's like being addicted to heroin pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And so for years and years, like you have the funny thing is, well, it's probably not funny. It's actually like it's way worse than you think. Like if you think you were like if you had heroin, you were shooting into your arm every day, you think that's a problem. But when you're looking at porn, you don't think it's anything. But it stimulates the same pathways,
Mhm.
and I've like it's like it ruins the neurochemical balances in your brain. So
Yeah.
I've just like I've been probably um, probably like 60 or 70% depressed my whole life, and I haven't known it. Isn't that crazy? So I've been way unhappy, but I always thought just everything's really always a bit shit instead of thinking, oh yeah, everything's like up and down. So the first time in my life now, I'm experiencing like proper emotions because I'm not on a high all the time, but then I'm not on a low all the time. But so I'm experiencing like the highs and the lows within the day, and it's not like I'm really high or like I'm really low, because if I'm so when I'm not looking, I haven't been looking at porn at all. I've been lower than I have ever been, and I'm getting through like a really dark phase of depression in my life. It's like really bad, like really, really bad. And I'm just coming out of it now because my brain is balancing out again. And so like it's, you know what it's like with your eyes, you're really depressed. And so you're like, shit, this is everything shit. And coming off porn, I thought like I'm slowly coming out of it. I'm like, everything's shit. And like I didn't want to talk to people. Like you just start isolating yourself, you know, when you are depressed and things like that. And it's just that neurochemical unbalanced thing, and it's really hard to get through. Like I feel really bad. Like now I know what it's like to be like an alcoholic kicking alcohol, or like someone kicking heroin or something like that, because your reliance on it to actually motivate you to like get up every day, like it's a weird thing. And the funny thing, it's just porn, but really it isn't. It's because it's like it's kind of like you're taking a drug, literal drug.
This
and so
chemical is imbalanced, right?
And you'll be surprised that like it opens up a bunch of like different things that you know how I'm not sure if you heard about things like semen retention, and I think like in India they practice semen retention, where you don't masturbate or anything like that. You try and go for longer periods of time, and it gives you like a different view on life. Like in a way, it gives you a lot more energy, and you have a crazy amount of energy, and it's really something that I think we forget, that the amount of energy within like the sex drive that is life, we kind of just waste it on nonsense, and we burn it out. And so everything's connected. Everything has a price. Like everything that you put in your body, like you have that little bit of caffeine, like even a tiny bit of coffee, right? You're going to feel a bit down the next day. And it's the same thing for your sex drive. And the thing is, you just don't notice it. Like if you put the challenge to yourself and you go, I'm not going to have any sex or have a wank for a month, it will kind of like make you feel different. You realize that how hard it is to go without it. And maybe if you've been using it as a crutch to get through like problems. Have you ever been like stressed out and you kind of like, I don't know, have you ever smoked before or done anything to release stress?
I've never smoked.
Never done any drugs?
I've played some, no, but I've played a lot of video game, and
just
if you are just a bit of frustrated in your life, and I think at a period of time I really like a girl, and but she doesn't like me. So at that period of time I just play more video games than usual. Just things like that.
Because even games produce that same effect, and everything in life. Like even if you listened, let's say, even if you listen to too much music, like that would, and then you have a come down from it, because it's neurochemically stimulating you, and you're producing dopamine. So anything that you do in life, it's super important. And the thoughts that you have, and how you like, say if you're really negative, like it can make you sick. You can become sick from being so negative inside your head. That's why meditation is really important. And so like perhaps, when you had the problem with your eyes, if you became more positive thinking, you could have gotten over it quicker. Like it's when you dwell on things get worse and worse and worse. And they say it's all mindset, right? And it is all mindset, and having a healthy mindset and meditating, because, essentially you're a human being, and everything that it's input, like if you see like anything on the screen, you see anything like on the screen, even right now, the lady with no arms, it's like influencing your mood and your behavior. Like that image brought up those old memories, didn't it? It makes you feel a little bit like that. And it's like everything affects you so much. Like thing is we don't realize how fragile we are until something happens, right? So, and like we don't realize how fragile our mindset is. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
there's sometimes
So,
just what do you think will drag you into that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I think when I was looking at this picture, I think sometimes it gives me the energy because I will go through that struggle, and I will fucking conquer that struggle, and the fucking thing cannot block me. And just when I was having the eye disease, what I'm doing is gonna to jogging a lot and every day to practice my to train my body and to help me to recover from that, and I need to face that problem. And I think for me, I think that is because that is some difficulty outside of my I feel that is outside of my body or outside of my just how do you have it just I need to conquer that problem. So which a mindset I have developed is what is brief is not previously I was like I will analysis just the things in my life and choose the best choice to go for it, and that is my career, and I need to choose to go this and or that. So, but I will have an analysis about that, and which one is the most have the most possibility to lead to a success. But when I was having that disease, it's like I don't have any hope out there, and what the doctor told me is you cannot fully recover from this. There's no possible way.
Bullshit. It's always bullshit. Doctors,
there's no possible way for you to recover from this, and we don't have a really good way to work on this. What you can do, just don't use your eye. So so that is kind of just destroyed you as a person, just destroyed you as a human being. So what I have developed is what is brave is not when you are facing an enemy and you have a 70% that you will win and you're going to fight with him. That is not brave. What is brave is you have a fucking 90% chance that you will fucking die. But you got to fucking still kill that enemy and you will survive. That is fucking brave. So that is what I have developed. So what I'm gonna do at that period of time is just no matter what is that, I'm going to fucking win. You know that, right? So just that is my mindset. So when I was watching this picture, I think it is a bloody scene, but that have given me so many energy to push me go further to because I have conquered a extremely big difficulty. Maybe that is not a difficulty. Actually, is not really a big real difficulty because I'm just got a glasses, but I have go through so many difficulties in my mind to keep me go further and to find a way. So I believe in the future. I can have kind of just have the just that spiritual and the energy to facing the problems.
No, it's
that is
the human body can heal from a lot. I think we underestimate how powerful it is. I wouldn't be surprised that you probably don't need glasses. Like I actually need to supposedly wear glasses, and I'm not going to wear them. I'm never going to wear glasses because I know it's going to make my eyes worse. And like I've always used my eyes incorrectly as well. So I'm happy. Like my eyes are probably a little bit more than blurry in the distance, and I just don't. I don't care because
that is
I know
actually better. Because you know you are blurry, so you don't need to try so hard to see that clearly. You know that, right? But I don't know that, so I'm trying so hard to see clearly.
You can, because the thing is, when you start wearing glasses, your eyes do get worse. That's what I'm afraid of, and I don't want to be like that. I just want to go, okay, because they will just keep giving you worse, like more higher prescriptions. And I think what I'd like even put to you is that just try like whenever you're outside or something like that, try and not wear your glasses. Try and exercise your eyes. Look around. Don't squint, and just I think do some meditation, because I think what happens is that we get really stressed and we can hold it in our eyes. Because I know when I'm being really stressed before, my eyes have like gone blurry, and like that's like everything's connected. You know, your brain's all connected, and your posture. If you're sitting down too much, if you've got a really tight neck, because you know there's a lot of, you got the visual cortex of where you kind of take in the signal in the back of your brain, and if you've got a really bad neck and a crooked neck and really tight neck, it can actually affect the signal running into your brain, and you can get blurry eyesight from that. Everything's connected. That's the funny thing about it. So I would suggest that you try and try and not use them when you don't have to use them, and see if you can like, because you're still using something. Because I always believe in the human body.
Yeah, it's because
get better.
Yeah, just my eye nowadays is just normal, so I have no problem to play video games, and I'm actually play a lot nowadays. So just nothing happens. So I think it's just already.
Do you wear?
Do
you wear your glasses all the time, or do you wear them just partially?
Yeah, I'm wearing glasses all the time, and I think yeah, I have a pair, just 2 different classes or 3 maybe. Just the previous one doesn't help that much, because that is paired for you to watch for far distance. You know when we're watching something at a close distance, our eye will tend to move together, just how to describe this, moved to focusing at one point, and because that point is close to our eyes, so our eyes need to rotate to the center, that to be closer, and so there is a point in the glass, and the previous one is just paired for watch the far distance, and then the second one is for the close distance, and then the second one is even more helpful. So I think that is helped me a lot, and then just I don't think that is a problem anymore. But I'm still want to have a healthy life, so I'm almost go to gym almost every day. Around
that's good. You need
around 5 or 4 times a week.
That's good.
Amazing. It's kind of amazing.
You got to keep it up, otherwise I haven't been going to the gym, and I didn't realize how much the gym affects you. Like, it affects you so much. Like, it makes you feel so good, and it actually stops you from being depressed, and it's weird. Like, I didn't realize that until you stop going because of the lockdown and all that. So but that's. Well, I think we probably should leave the chat around here. I think it's been a while. It's been awesome chatting to you, and it would I really enjoy your work and what you're doing. You should totally make an IP. I think you should. So make something. I'll make something with you. I'm always saying that to people. I think because I think we need to you got to remember, as concept artists, we can make really cool shit because we can make cool ideas and build a story around it. I think we doubt our abilities to do things, but that's how everyone does things. Like, you team up and you make something cool. And this is what I'm always I'm just always asking people, because you never know how well you can click with someone else and how well you can work with other people. And it's just, you end up leaving it to these big companies to get work. But I think we're pretty capable of making amazing work ourselves and making new companies and things like that. It's just the kind of that push to do it. But I think it would be awesome to see you make an IP or something behind it. Don't doubt yourself. Don't undersell yourself.
If I'm gonna do that, maybe I will draw that line, just linear stuff, because it's easier, it's faster.
Just line work instead, you mean? To do it, to do concepts and things like that. All right, man. Well, we'll leave it there.
Sure.
Anything else you want to say? We've discussed a lot, and
I think it's pretty awesome to talk with you.
Yeah, you too, man. It's been great, and see your breakdown of things and how you kind of work. It's really cool, and yeah, I think definitely we'll keep in touch, and yeah, it's you're a pretty big inspiration to me at the moment with your work, and that's why I did the artist spotlight for you because yeah, it's just like always I saw that one image with the hallway with the character in the door, and I was like, who did that? And I googled your name and things like that. So, all right, man. Well, we'll end it there, and yeah, it's been good. So,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so good. All right, so that was Yintion J, and if you guys want more of these spotlight interviews, just like and subscribe, and yeah, until next time.